looking for the kill here. Doesn't have an escape and will get taken down, takes Violet down with him, and Ding just continues to put up the numbers. Choyobin going low, will be eliminated. The res comes in onto the Reaper.
Reapers are a pretty misunderstood hero in this meta. I feel like a lot of people look towards damage output, they look towards the Death Blossom, but it's all about the pressure.
Okay, Rascal knows now.
Yep.
Was lacking a bit of critical information there for a second. Didn't know that Ding was hovering above.
Shock could get sandwiched here, and DM's got the info.
Well, Pocket coming in, but it's not enough. Violet gets a 2-tap on top of the rocket. Ding will be eliminated. Not really much of a chance of a res there, and DM gets hooked through. Choyobin getting rid of that enemy sniper, and Youngjin slept. Finished off.
And now the Shock can finally breathe after what was tons of pressure coming in from the flanking Reaper, the Widowmaker control, and the Pharah, and the threat of Barrage. Violet gets the opening kill that allows them to finally push forward. And now they're no longer at an ult deficit. They've got their own EMP. And it'd be folly for the Dragons to keep Youngjin on the Reaper here on an approach. He swaps over to the Roadhog, but all ult advantage and position advantage go to the Shock now, who are poised to take A with this next fight.
Supercharger going to be tossed down by Gamsu. EMP comes out, manages to catch 5. Looking for the kills now. Rascal throws in the barrage, manages to get rid of Gamsu. Youngjin trying to equalize, picks up 1. Rez goes back through onto Ding. They are without a Roadhog, they are without a tank. Not much staying power here for the side of the Shanghai Dragons on this defense. Koma playing forward, is trying to keep it going, but he just does not stand a chance. The whole hog comes out, Luffy gets taken down. Now DM going to be joining them.
This is a good time bank for the Shock, especially when you consider the Reaper shenanigans that bought some time there for the Shanghai Dragons, but they do have to swap in the end. It is San Francisco Shock who are now just trying to catch up in ult economy after using ults on that last fight. It was a fight that the Dragons knew they're very unlikely to win. Now that they have the inside track here on the approach angle for the San Francisco Shock, this barrage could be massive because they know there's no D.Va, there's no defense matrix, so a little bit more power here to Ding to choose how he wants to use this. He's not limited by Choyobin's positioning this time.
Yeah, looking at out pressure Rascal here. Knows that if he uses that barrage, well, okay, Youngjin's got it. He's gonna say knows that if he uses that barrage, he's gonna be frozen in place. He can easily get taken down by that enemy Pharah. And Abu's gonna be tossed forward here from Violet, but Super gets taken down now. Moth eliminated as well. Choyobin waking up here from his nap. Does not stand a chance. They finish him off, and now the cart is halted.
You know, Shanghai fans are probably holding their breaths when Ding went super low like that. Koma was healing the rest of the team. Ding hides, he comes back and heals Ding in the end. They have such a great understanding of who to prioritize in terms of healing. And, you know, it's moments like these that you really see how good the coordination is for the Dragons right now in this meta. Okay, EMP's ready.
Gamsu going low. They'll get top back up. EMP connects on to all 6 members of the Shanghai Dragons, but they have to get the kills through. And so far, they're not finding any. Rascal finally will be able to pick one up here on the Ding, but Super going to be taken down to exchange on those Orisas. As Gamsu will be eliminated, but rezzed back into the fight by Koma. Bionade connecting there onto Choyobin for a moment as Youngjin tries to stay alive, but an answering Bionade goes forward onto him.
Potentially.
Doing their best. Choyobin going to be rezzed in. Barrage comes through. Rascal going to be slept. Bionade taken down. But the cart still continues to inch forward as Youngjin is caught in the back.
Violet hit 2 major sleep darts in that fight. That one there on the Youngjin was actually pretty massive. This is crazy. Yeah, that wasn't going to work.
That was a very questionable one. Barrage dropped in as he was already at half HP. Makes for a very easy click from Choyobin. Now gets a very nice hook.
All right, Shanghai Dragons getting a little bit overzealous here. They're great at this meta. They're great at the Pharah. They're not good enough to win several 3 or 4v6 fights. And this is going to be Shock taking B. There's no way to contest. Dia makes the swap over to the Sombra, and it's going to be a free cap here, as the Dragons know contesting here would be absolutely, you know, there's just no chance they're going to make that work. It'd be ridiculous to attempt.
Yeah, now it's about waiting for that card to advance a little bit, trying to get control, and then spawn camping here for the side of the Dragons. EMP is ready, toss into the back, this time 5, as they just try to hide in the corner. Gamsu going to be getting extendedly hacked. Sinatra sets up the play and the hook comes through. They finish him off.
And this is a, you know, a setup for the Shock now where they can control this bridge and the choke around it. Luffy gets caught as he tries to poke out. Rascal, you know, he just kills his former teammate.
Yep.
You know, and this is working extremely well for him right now.
And every time they poke their heads out, a rocket, a shot from Violet comes in. Lays down the damage, gets those kills on the boards. The cart completely unhindered at the moment, pushing forward to that final archway.
Just coming around here with Sinatra.
Whole hog, Nano tossed in by the Shock, looking for a kill. He's gonna be chunking a couple of people out, but this time Tink manages to get the upper hand on a Rascal, but DM under so much pressure will be finished off. On a rocket there, gets rid of Super. Barrage is online, but Tink wants to save that. Knows that they still have to hold out for about 2 more minutes.
It's mentioned a lot, Havana is a map where you rarely see finished, and this is finally the Dragons taking back control.
Okay, Sinatraa uses the EMP. That's going to catch 5 members. Barrage is still available. Now Moth's going to be gone. They managed to clean up Gamsu, but that's going to be a 2-for-1 here on the back end of the fight.
It's also very difficult to build EMP here on C because it's a little bit more, you know, once you get through that gateway, it's a little bit more choky. You know, you can't really find a way to just hack the back line, find your way in for free. Now they're tracking where he is. And it's just very difficult, if you're Sinatraa in this case, to build that EMP in 70 seconds right now to set up for a big fight.
DM looking for the shot, misses on the Violet. Be an absolutely crucial pick if he can find it. Whole hog from Youngjin though, will just take down Rascal, now pushes up, looks for Super. And they will be able to find that pick. Youngjin gonna be pulled in, wraps around, he does the 180 hook on the Moth!
It's always good. It's always good when you get those hooks in second. It's not on to Choyobin though, this time it's on to Moth. And look at Sinatra's ult charge. He got 10% in that last fight. Now they're down to 50 seconds where they were 70. And that may just be the ultimate they never get. And they're never able to finish this map because he used it in the previous fight. Did not get value. And now Ding's positional advantage is massive. He could go for the supports here.
Yeah, he's pressuring both of them there into the back. Again, no D.Va, no way to really mitigate the damage coming through. The best he could do is just try to kill him off. DM gonna be picked by Sinatraa. Violet pushed over to the side.
The sleep is good!
Dart. He will land on the map with a chance that he might have gotten taken down, but while that is happening, Koma gets a res off, kills Sinatraa, and now Rascal is gonna be gone. Moth hiding behind the cart does manage to bring that Tracer back into the fight. Push up over the top, Choyobin hooked in, takes a breather, barely manages to survive. Looks for a hook of his own, unable to find it, just taps off the top of that barrier from Gamsu.
Ding's back, he's still got the barrage.
Another hook, but this time going to be canceled by the
There
line.
it is.
The barrage comes in, 2 lined up, make it 3 as Super gets taken down. Now Rascal going to be gone. It's just Sinatraa and Moth versus the world. He's got an EMP, but they need a lot more. EMP comes in, it's going to be a solo onto Youngjin. Not what he was looking for. Moth taken down here at the end. Sinatraa just tries to delay alongside Rascal, waiting for him to get back over there, but it just cannot happen.
And it was the EMP they didn't hold that they were never able to build. Sinatraa uses that in that fight. They're never able to get the fight they want. They are crushed by Ding on the far once again. And now there's a win condition for the Shanghai Dragons to take their first finals.
In a 4-0 fashion, just have to push to the end of Havana. Let's see if they can pull it off when we come back for their attack.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.
No one can hide from my sight. That will not last.
Heroes never die.
And here we are. San Francisco Shock could not quite finish Havana. They got dangerously close, but the Shanghai Dragons were able to hold them off. And like you said, now a win condition on the board. They can close this out right here, right now with a 4-0 if they can just push to the end.
Shanghai Dragons have been in places like this before, you know, and for the old Kongdu squad, they got reversed by Runaway in the Season 2 finals in 2018 in Contenders. We'll take a look at this Kilo for Coma. But this is a squad that has faced these massive advantages and then thrown them away in finals. They were the leaders versus Lunatic High in the Apex Season 2 finals. At that time, Luffy and Rascal were teammates. Now they find themselves enemies in this finals. And the Shanghai Dragons org has never been this far, but these players have been in situations like this before. The core of this roster has let this slip. They didn't do it yesterday against the Titans, and they're looking to close this out now. It is as close as some of these players have ever been.
Yeah, absolutely. Gamsu as well. Storied player in Overwatch as well as other esports, but closest that he has been to getting that championship. Ding pushing around the back. San Francisco Shock not toying around with anything, just staying with their standard picks here as Rascal's back over onto that Batiste. Youngjin looks for the punch, but he's unable to find it, so still just trying to maintain control of this room. Operate around the shop here.
Yep, this is obviously a great position for the Shock. They can play around the Batiste so well. It's hard for Youngjin to go in there because he might get, just obliterated the second he commits.
Yeah. But if he can get in there, if he can find a pick, it's like a bull in a china shop, so we'll see.
Yeah, the problem is, though, the card is rolling. They're going to have to come out of this position. That's where Ding is looking for the shield to be turned.
Yeah, they're trying to contest just here on the edge using Super Shield, but that'll only last so long. Immortality Field going to be coming in. Youngjin manages to pick off Violet. Now the Immortality Field's going to be taken down, and suddenly everybody is vulnerable. Youngjin going low. Has that Meteor Strike, gets rid of Super Choyobin, going to be knocked out of the mech. That's exactly what they needed. And all the while, Shanghai Dragons, they do this without using anything. They're about to have 6 ultimates online.
Sinatra dies here, but he gets his Graviton Surge as he does. And there is an opportunity here for the Shock to use the support ultimates they will have in the longer fight. Violet will get his trance, and the Graviton Surge they can use then once he gets full energy to contest B. This is not by any means a one-sided setup here for the Dragons, but they will have the 6 ultimates. The EMP itself can stop everything the Shock want to do. So Mott's going to have to be far back, and that makes this really difficult. And Youngjin is looking for the supports himself.
Yep.
They don't know. They don't know.
He's going for the flank. Looks for the punch. Everybody peeling away. Immortality Field going to be used here.
It's early.
He's waiting for that Meteor Strike. Looks for the drop down. Mortality Field still up, and Luffy going to be taken down, but now Super going to be eliminated. A little bit too late there on the Transcendence from Violent to try to keep that main tank alive. May have been a Bionade involved as well. Either way, that's going to be the Barrage dropped in, looking to clean up Sinatra. With the help of DM, they managed to find it, but Rascal will take that far out of the sky.
The Immortality Field looked like it might have been early there, coming out for the Shock, but it's actually what helped them set up to get that last few percentage points of Violet's Transcendence. He's halfway to another one here, but they shut down the big ultimates on the side of the Dragons. The Meteor Strike doesn't come up big, even though the Immortality Field is destroyed first. And in a choke like that, it's the Batiste that ends up being the key hero, and this is the style of the Shock. This is the best map for Batiste in the pool, and it's once again, their map pick here. And it's coming up better than what we've seen so far. He's got the Amp Matrix. And it's going to make it a lot easier for them to shut down this next push. The EMP here, no support ultimates to counter it. That's the Shanghai Dragons' MO here on the approach.
Yeah. Do have to be worried for the Shock, though. Sinatra swapping over onto that Tracer.
60 seconds.
Does not have that Zarya now. Needs to try to get some backline picks. EMP coming through, only finds Rascal and Super. Now they need the kills to follow up, but DM gets cut down. Violet shutting him out, and now getting ready to have that next Transcendence online.
I think he panicked a little bit with that. His first Translocator was destroyed.
Yep.
He waited for the second one, and the second one there just, sure, it lands, and he felt like that's my moment. They keep destroying my Translocators. I better make this one count. But the Shock had already moved out of position. The most important hero to hit was the Batiste, was Rascal, but the follow-up damage wasn't there. There were no follow-up ultimates, and they couldn't capitalize. This is a great opportunity for Shock to take their first map right now. Only the Barrage coming online soon.
Oh man, Gamsu. Anywhere that he goes, under pressure. A sliver of HP remaining as he tries to stay alive. It's a little bit back now, rejoins in with the rest of his squad. 10 seconds on the clock for the Shanghai Dragons. Remember, they can close out this series, become the Stage 3 champions if They can push to the end, but they first have to make it over to A. Shatter comes in solo onto Gamsu. Immortality Field gonna be used. Gamsu gonna get cleaned up. Bionade connects on the 3, but nothing is gonna be gone. No barrage in the fight, and I'm not sure if Koma is gonna be able to get a res. He puts Gamsu back in. The pulse pump from Sinatra cleans up Youngjin. Gamsu goes swinging away. They get rid of Luffy. DM over onto the side, trying to stay alive. But there's so little that he can do. Needs to buy enough time. EMP comes in, catches out 2. Violet will get taken down, but Ding, he can't join in. He can't tag in. And San Francisco Shock, they get a full hold, and now they're on the board.
Super with a big play, the solo shatter onto Gamsu. They predict the engagement tool. It's going to be the Wrecking Ball. Super turns around and slams him to the ground. It's a 6v5 fight. They have ult advantage.